Hey, ¿qué onda mi gente? Ya estamos aquí jugando SummonersWar. Y pues la neta, compa, así vamos a estar. Vamos a jugar un poquito de este nuevo juego de cartas. Todavía no le agarro bien el rollo, pero ahí la llevamos. No sé si se escuche bien porque el sonido pues no lo he calado bien. Así que ahí disculpen si no se escucha o si se escucha. Ahí vamos progresando, ¿no? Entonces vamos a empezar a jugar las cartitas. Está entretenido porque sí, pasé la semana 1 y ahorita está con la semana 2, pero pues sí, medio le batallé para ir cambiando de nivel. Si se fijan, está en el nivel 3 y pues no he podido pasar ese nivel. Vamos a ver cómo se hace. Y ya saben, eh, denle like y suscríbanse al canal. Hagan el paro. Ya saben que se le va a agradecer. Entonces, vamos a jugar. Aquí en estos son tres, pues se supone que son jefes, ¿no? Está Durán, Licana y la reina. Ahorita Durán tiene un poder de ataque de 109 y al mazo trae 25 cartas de las que puedes escoger. El que tiene más poder, pues ese vamos a utilizar. Entonces, aquí voy a comenzar yo. Aquí te dice que selecciones 2 cartas para intercambiar. Entonces puedes escoger, o sea, las que tienen, por ejemplo, Lucian tiene 8 de poder y pues destruye las cartas del oponente con el mayor poder de ataque, colocadas en el mismo campo de batalla. Podemos poner a Lucian. Artamiel, esta carta no puede ser destruida ni revivida. Entonces esta la podemos cambiar porque tiene 12 y la podemos intercambiar. Ah, qué plomo, así no era. O sea, veremos intercambiar lo que tiene más poquito. Bueno, vamos a darlas y ahorita vamos a ir calando porque vamos sobre la marcha. Aquí me va a dar esa carta, pero va a sacar 2 para allá. Aquí lo voy a pasar porque va a tener 10 cartas más que yo. Pues ya me ganó aquí. Bueno, vamos a poner a Alcor. Going up against tactics and heroes. There's just not much you can do about that. I think this says a little bit about our players here because that first round, Diligent just overpowers his opponent here. Second round, it was a repeat
para aumentar el poder.
Draft, but an absolute overpower once again from there. So I can't help but look at this third draft and say like, Tyson's got to do something extra. You know what I mean? ledge here. You know what I mean?
Ya se prendió, ya está bien. Bueno, pues aquí vamos a ver.
So funny there, you know, he's like, yep, that makes sense. He's like, yep, I get it. Well, the man has been casting diligent matches for so long. He knows what he's getting himself into here. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Takuzo, remember,
Pues aquí la vamos a ganar porque ya pasó y pues yo tengo 35 el 34. Entonces aquí ya gané.
And heck, he's building his own legacy right now that he should be frankly super proud of. Definitely. Definitely be proud of him, for sure. Young Hong and the Nikki. Okay, I am very okay with this combination right here. I would love to see just something involving like a potential Cassandra, but there is a lot of scripts being brought to the table, whether it's Cigar, whether it's Estora, and you could even wrap up this draft with like a water Ryu. But I would personally love to see like some nemesis thing that he's got brought. I don't think that is what it takes. I think diligence just proved to be a little bit too fast and too tightly tuned for our
Aquí me lanzó un veneno.
We've seen him in the face of this sort of draft before. We know he outspeeds. We know he takes early control. He could even take something like, going for like a protection element, kind of respecting the carnal a little bit. I think it's a good safe pick. Let's see if he can get some key strips with the Laura on turn 1 here and then open it up for the Nefties. Then that's going to be the thing. If he outspeeds, manages to get those checks, those activation checks, post-nerf, then we're good. Yonhong's here to boost up the team. Yep, Yonhong is going to be boosting up the team there. We're going to see a third skill going off with this Nicky. Let's see what kind of damage he's able to produce here. Everything is under 2K, under 3K, I'm sorry. It's like 2.2, 2.4 or something like that. So the damage was alright. Alright, but it's very key that Takuzo outsped. It really is. You can see that third skill hit upwards of 3.5, so a little bit bigger on the damage here. We're going to see a reset going towards the Oliver and going on the Nikki, who's going to be the cleanser, not getting that provoke on the Oliver. Yeah, here comes the stuns. This is the opportunity for Diligent to kind of take control back. He's got a minute to think. I mean, he's got shields up. Even Nefties isn't necessarily going to go away right now. That is quite interesting. Gotta go right onto that Oliver now. Not going on to the Oliver again. He's really beelining that Yonhong while he's got the defense break on and a provoke, so he can't do anything. Oh, you know what? It's all the 2-turn immunities. He's not worried about that Oliver one bit. He's protected by that immunity so well. Exactly. He's got nothing to worry about. Like I said, even Nefty's, Nefty's still around. She's not going anywhere. Even with the Sword of Gluttony, I think she's sticking. Yeah. It's another turn. She really is. Was looking for that silence though to put onto that Nikki. Doesn't receive it here, but we're looking for a sleeper initial turn. That's not going to happen. He's looking for a provoke. Doesn't get the provoke, so we are going to get a cleanse out here. Nikki's going to help Takuzo last just a little bit longer here in this match.
Pues ya me ganó. Entonces vamos a intentarlo bien otra vez. A ver si ahora sí podemos hacer.
Takuzo is inching his way back up to the front. He really is. Can't take your eyes off this man for a minute. He'll just sneak in and take your win. Let's see if that silence is going to be landing true on top of that Nikki, or potentially the Oliver. And it is the Oliver does not get that silence. Not yet. Since there's no debuffs on, he'll just land the attack rate. He's missing that component. But I think it's okay. Just taking a little heat off of those monsters. Oh, there you go. That's nice. Very nice. We're going to get a third kill. Takuzo looking to clap back here. He's going to take down some units, drops 2 of them. Third skill's definitely going to be enough to drop another unit there. Takes a match from Diligent. Not over yet for Takuzo. Taking back what is his. It was looking like his game at the start. He slowly started losing control of Diligent. But take it back in the end game is really saying something. Well done. Yeah, he is not done yet. Yeah, very well done. Not done. Takuzo's got more to show us. More in the tank to dish out against Diligent. I think he's got secret weapons now. Now would probably be the time to show him. I think the Nexus is a great revamp coming out of Takuzo. I think that's the right thing. Yonhong, no surprise there to see that get revamp here. Light Eivor, I think we're going to see more action. That's probably going to get in here. So keep in mind, Of course, with Jet, Laura, Light Eivor, all these units are available.
Yeah, it was too much heat from the nephews. You know, it's one of those units where it's like if it actually gets a successful skill 2 off, more often than not, it's going to decide the game in that moment. So I like that as the pre-ban. I think it's really effective. Double 33s coming from Takuzo. We haven't seen somebody do that in a while.
Yeah, he really wants that turn 1. Very, very clear here. I kind of hope that these double 33s don't result in like a segment. I kind of don't want to see segment in the field right now. Nikki's going to be hitting the field now. Something to synergize with it. And I guess it's going to be a Shizuka.
It's been a while since we've seen a segment through a game. It's been like an hour.
Yeah. See second throw another game. I don't think this is where Diligent takes a second. That's me. Oh, I love that.
Whoa!
See, this is where I want to hear you preparing something else. You know what I mean? And I think is Tyrone?
Get right the heck out of here, man. Yeah, Tyrone. In the finals. At match point. Get the heck out of here, bro. I want
to see a Tyrone lock it in, you know what I mean? Like, such a wild unit. A little bit of a smile on Takuzo's face as well.
That is so awesome. Let's see it pop up. I would love to see it like in return, but that's...
Bueno, vamos a comenzar y vamos a tirarle al
Well, let's see what Laura's got to say about it. Laura, you know, it's not supposed to be consistent.
tirador.
Does not get that Shizuka there. Oh, the 2 turns. Oh, dude, that's actually wild. I think
Pero
he's
la
got to
gotita de
go
agua.
right into this.
You do. Wow, big damage. Huge damage coming from the Tian Lang,
Vamos a
actually.
tirársela también.
All things in nature, all freezes, right back at you, she says.
No way. Cleanses.
No way. That was so important they got back to this. Super awkward turn from the Laura. I tell you, that was...
Trying to clap back. This is crazy.
And this was, like, notably not the Tyrone's fault. If it goes wrong from here, not the Tyrone's fault, right? It's the Laura's fault. She didn't strip the
Yeah. And this is exactly why the nerf can be very, very scary, because that strip's supposed to be less consistent here.
Aquí voy a pasar a la madre.
This is looking quite
No va a pasar
interesting
nada.
right now, Evan. I mean, Diligent needs to... Well, that's not what Diligent wants to see.
Nope. That is not. It is closer than it seems. You're right about that.
It is. It really is closer than it seems right now.
No,
First
eso no
skill
me
is going to be killing
alcanza.
the Laura. Second skill is going to be defense breaking. Or not. Sorry. The second skill.
Over-committing on that a little bit. I think he didn't trust the attack break. But, you know, better safe than sorry, right? So.
Yep. There it is. Beautiful second skill. Drops that Vanessa. Second skill is going back on to Nikki. Nikki with skills up. Can do skill 2 to heal the team. That's what is going to be happening here. Notice she'll turn into the third skill. The second skill is going to be primed and ready for re-spring here. Notice Spairson's going to hit the field. No defense break's going to hit the field. He's got a kill. He needs a kill.
Hay que arriesgar para ganar.
Brockier's devastating. If Brockier wins in the game,
Vamos a pasar, la vamos a ganar.
no such luck.
Defense break going out onto the Shizuka. No, looking for a defense break. I know Shizuka is the scary unit.
Vamos a poner.
Okay, is it going to be enough? Because he's got third skills.
Yeah, that's enough. You had to work on the Shizuka because she brings back the Nikki.
Wow.
Team wipe, and now all of a sudden we're in 5th round. 5th round coming right at you.
I didn't think we would get to this point.
Takuzo's just giving us a show right now. Whether it's a caster or a player, he's giving us a show. He's putting on something entertaining for us.
I love the reverse. The reverse is so incredible to see. Everybody thought 3-0 Diligent. Takuzo coming back. This is incredible.
Denying Stoic is bedtime. Absolutely denying. You that by 6 a.m., you fool. That's what
You fool.
Oh, for real, what a great showing. So, of course, you pick a really good Shizuka after that. force you bring those units. I think Diligent was kind of having some fun. Again, would have been a completely different game if Laura actually landed the strip on that Shizuka. It would have been completely different because when Tyrone freezes the whole shebang and like he just parties. 2-turn slow skill 2 comes around, wipe everybody's attack bar, completely different. Of course, it's not what happened. But Laura's fault is all I'm trying to say.
I can't tell what I want to see. I almost want to see all of the band with a Feng Yan draft from Diligent, but I do think if he drops in a Feng Yan now, Feng Yan's banned, but I think that's kind of what Diligent wants to see. Diligent needs to drop
Ya no volvió a ganar otra
his
vez.
ban and he gets that dream team through right there. With a ban on all of it. Yeah, I think Feng Yan is close to get a nice deep up from Laura.
Dude, I love that. I love that idea. Actually, that's such a cool pick. Unfortunately, that's not what we got. I think Chunkrong's okay, but I do like the solo potential for the Fang.
Yeah, there we go. AG can get a ban. 33 skid. So that's not a turn 1 Dakuzo with a 33 though.
Not necessarily, but this is the last game of the night. No matter what, you're on the 5th round of the finals. Both these players are going to Thailand, but only one of them is walking away with the champion title for the 8-pack cup.
Wow. That was it right there. I was going to say, like, how consistent is Laura? How bad is the nerf? Laura got full strips in a serious matter, full resets, a ton of additional damage, bringing all unit thumbs down to 50%. Provokes are going to be hitting this field, and we got to make sure that the Shizuka doesn't take a turn, because that's what's coming down. Does Shizuka get a turn?
And she does have skills. I mean, she didn't get reset. I don't think she got increased cooldown time. Go Provoker. Yeah, she's got all skills.
Oh, wow. Right there. That was close.
Yeah, I saw that. That was really close there.
No sé ni cómo le hice, pero pues ganamos, ¿no?
Idea dish.
Wow. Stuns slows going out onto the field. Naksu knows that this is the end right here, but
Claro que vamos a jugar la siguiente ronda. A ver.
All the additional damage, wrapping it up there, getting those 2 kills there. Well
La
done,
reina.
Diligent. Like that's the aggressive Diligent that
Aquí nos regalaron
well
una
is our 8-pack champion.
runa.
Congratulations to Diligent. Moving forward again to Thailand for the World Finals. And he's got the Asia Pacific Cup Championship title as well. He's one step closer to his
Aquí
dream.
está la reina
of
y
getting
ahí
the
está la
second
carta.
champion under his
Lo
belt.
ponen guardar
World Championship
y
title.
entonces vamos a jugar
Diligent, really great show.
con
Also from
Durán,
Takuzo,
que es la que tiene
picked up a
más.
great fight against the former
Vamos a jugar
champion.
con Durán porque es el que tiene más poder de ataque.
I think that's what we needed to see.
Licana tiene 97 y la reina tiene 90.
You saw Diligent
Pues
just
vamos
get
a
the
coger
3-0 on
a
Toxic. You
Durán.
can't help it.
Versus Tulab off the call. It's going.
Here we go, as you can see, Duke on the left side and up to love on the right side. 3 bands coming out. Tien Lang in the dark. The Weaver show.
No más.
Yeah. Great pre-ban for both players. Obviously, Chen Lang did that. Counters Duchamp, Ragdoll, and Tulab. Take out the Dark Evolution Duchamp. Whenever fighting on the ladder, tends to use a Dark Evolution cleave, and that's something that he finds how a lot of players play. When you have a Dark Evolution, it's just such a high damage unit. Does a lot, hits him at AoE cleave, so it makes a lot of sense here. These players are going really fast with the picks here. We see Tulab taking the Nana, Masha, Duchamp going in with the Shizuko Ragdoll here. So kind of a little bit of a passive play for Duchamp. Obviously, you can go a little active and shift it if he wants with some sort of lead, but it's going to be a little tough given the fact that Tulab's already laid down the Nana and also has some resilience when he lays down that bomb.
That's it. These players drafting very, very quickly. O2 loves slow down the Brad and Oliver. Duchamp knows exactly what he wants here. And there's the River G92 coming out here alongside the Shunpa.
Yeah, there we go. We need here Duchamp, but he does have a Gianna, is able to also lead into a lead because 3 of those units provide you with stuns and 2 of them dominate attack bars, the Chunpa and River G92 here. So Duchamp is comfortable to ban up that last pick. Tulab, of course, take that Verta Heil. That Verta Heil is going to be banned here. Otherwise, Masha would have been the other ban. So Verta Heil is going to be a force ban because it provides too much volatility, which is 3 AoE units. So Duchan's going to take that out. And if I'm true love, I'm pretty scared of Shizuka here. But the ragdoll also makes sense too. In this situation here, I like Duchan's situation. He's
Vamos
got a
con
lot of
Cru,
AoE,
a ver
a
qué
lot of AoE
tiene.
damage. So look to see if that Masha's going to be able to resist something and get a couple of procs. Otherwise, Duchan should have this.
And there you go. We've got Gianna kicking things off for Duchan. Going to be taking that ball and gets resisted on top of that Masha. Of course, it's skill 3 available. You can go for the strips and the potential stuns on the all-rain prod. Not receiving that strip stun on top of the prod.
Wow, really unlucky not to get that bomb because Shizuka's not going to be able to bomb with third skill here. So really unlucky for Duchan. And of course, not even getting that strip onto that prod is huge because now Tulip's going to have speed buff on his entire team. He's going to be able to do enough damage and stack these orbs over time.
It really is. We've got skill 2 available with the Chunk Pong. Of course, he has the skill 3 as well. That might come out here to get the resets here. Does get the skill 2, gets defense breaks across the field. Definitely going to be helping Duchan out a whole lot.
Yeah, but Duchan also did not strip off with speed buff, so unfortunately not going to be able to lap his opponent here. What he needs to do is strip off that speed buff so he can start lapping, but unfortunately not going to be able to do that here. And that Robo G92 is going to go down. That's a big proc from that Masha here. All Tulip needs to do is stack a couple of orbs onto that Nana, and he's going to have this one.
Yep, there's that strip. Oh, does get the immunity off the top of Masha, and it is a despair. Chung Pong getting the attack by pushback on top of everybody. G92, the big skill 2. With the third skill going out here, Big Fit's going to be dropping right here, and all 4 units going to get hit.
Yeah, that's a nice spare stun coming out from the Chung Pong here. Duchan's going to need a couple procs from his units if he wants to push the momentum more, but he's in a great spot in Tulip. Taking a lot of damage here. Unit's a little bit squishier than I would expect in this situation. That Robo G2 is going to be able to sap up so much attack volume.
Yeah, a lot of attack bar going down there, and we've got no more orbs sitting on top of the Nana. Looking really good for Duchan right now. Bomb's going to land on top of that Masha. Masha needs to take a soul here to get the orb back up on top of that Nana.
Yeah, Masha does take the soul of that Robo G92 here. Shizuka does only need 2 more turns to get his cooldowns up. And once that comes up, that skill 3 is going to have AoE bomb. So Duchan looking like he's in a great spot. But it's a huge stun on 2 units.
Yeah, double spare stun, not at all what Duchan needed to see right there. There's going to be another kill here that Duchan's going to be confirming. The spare stun is going to be locked on top of that Gianna. No more orbs sitting on top of this Nana, though.
Wow, so many stuns coming out from that Nana. It's almost like it's on 4 despair sets here, but unfortunately not able to take out this Gianna.
No, the despair stun's going to come out with the Chung Pong on the side of O2 Luck. And then that bomb's going to be laying on top of the Masha. There we have it. That's definitely going to be it there.
Pues aquí ya ganamos esta partida, pero pues van a quedar 3 cartas contra 3 cartas de la ella. Bueno, 4 contra 4. Ay, a ver, nos toca con él. Vamos a tirar Lucian. Fama de suerte.
So impactful in AoE, it stuns and gives you full control when those units go off. So that's why in draft I always identify with these draft when AoE can take play, when AoE can do a lot of damage here because it turns the tide so much, forces your opponent on the back foot. And if those units are not addressed, it simply can win.
Exactly. I mean, like you said, we saw so many things go not Duchan's way very early in the match, and it just did not matter. That's how strong that draft was coming out of Duchan. Some excellent play by him, and I'm expecting to see a different change of pace going into round 2 with Tulip. Because I know Tulip has that ability to turn things around for him. We'll see what happens. I'm not too sure what Tulip is going to be drafting going into this round 2 against Duchan here, but we'll find out. Maybe Duchan will stay on top here with these amazing AoE clean that he brought in this first round.
Yeah, I think if I'm too low, I need to find a way to steal that Gianna, and I need to find a way to disrupt and not allow my opponent to AoE please. I was actually surprised to see Duchan take this Shizuka so early, because Shizuka's not exactly into AoE, so he doesn't necessarily need to take it if he's primarily revolving.
Más o menos, como que ya lo estoy entendiendo, pero pues hay que seguir jugando para aprender más. No sé si ustedes ya vieron, pero ya salieron las cartas físicas y las están vendiendo en la tienda. En la tienda oficial de SummonersWar. Se ven bien curadas, pero pues no sé si para acá para México tengan envío. 50 diamantitos, qué bueno como para neutral.
pick here. So, Duchamp taking out the light monkey makes a lot of sense. I mean, Tulov has a light monkey, and light monkey is probably the best AoE unit in the game here. Interesting to note that the Gianna is not big guy, so Tulov should take that Gianna first. And Duchamp's likely going to follow up. Follows up very quickly with the Oliver Masha, which is going to give him flexibility into Chuck Pumps and Robo G92 later if Tulov does not address it.
Ooh, he can't decide right now. He likes the Oliver, but he just changed out that Masha. We saw Shizuka. We've got Masha back here. And he's going to be going with a Miles. That is very interesting to change to a Miles here.
Interesting choice to go with Miles. So Duchamp's relying more on a single target type strategy here. If he went with a Masha, he could still flex a little bit more, but Miles is definitely more single target. And Tulov going with definitely more of a passive turn 2 type style. But yeah, Duchamp going into AoE picks. I think we're going to see a chunk pump or a Masha here. Either is okay.
Vamos a sustituir a Joffrey, vamos a sustituir a Marby, el mamut de luz. Intercambiar. Miriam. Vamos a tirarle al murciélago.
I'm not exactly a fan of that because it is a great unit in general, but it does run counter to how these units are drafted and how they perform. Also, the Robo G92 is all over to cycle.
A la brujita de agua.
And so Tulov responding correctly, identifying that weakness and laying down the Juno, telling us that the Pontos is going to be left in field. I think the tentative ban is going to be that Pontos. Or you can even think about this banning the Oliver because even though
No,
you laid out
es el ajuste de la pantalla, se está viendo.
But I think in this situation, Duchamp laying the Pontos is a huge weakness here, and Tulov picked up on that and is basically going to tee off.
Let's see what Duchamp's going to be wrapping up his draft turn. It's going to be that Dark Oni Musha that was pretty good last time.
Vamos a tirarle.
In this round 2.
Yeah, and I think the Dark Onimusha is also valid to ban out, but I think you can also ban out the Oliver. It's going to be one or the other here. Tulov could think about banning out the Miles, but I think it just makes more sense to take out the Oliver, which is so oppressive. But again, Tulov has a great draft here, and I think as long as this Gianna can stay alive and get a strip onto that Pontos, he's going to be a huge.
Alright, let's see what happens here in this round 2 between Duchamp and Tulov. We have Miles kicking things off here.
Yeah, Miles is going to kick things off here. Duchamp's going to get a strong advantage with that Robo G92 earlier. We're going to need to see that Dark Onimusha do a ton of damage and get Duchamp a big lead early on.
That G92 not getting any strips there. Look at the attack bar pushback though.
Pues rindió, ya ganamos.
Gianna going to place the bomb here, and we do have that strip available.
Esto imagino que lo van a hacer en línea después de que ya esté todo como si fuera en arena mundial, que sea jugar en línea de puras cartas.
Defense break being applied to that Dominic. We do have the initial turn as well. Big second skill he chooses to use. Let's see what happens here with Tulov. Tulov is going to be losing that Dominic. Masha almost in range of getting dismounted.
Wow, so much damage coming out from that Dark Onimusha there. Basically one proc killed at Dominic there. And again, Tulov on the back foot. Dark Onimusha is just so, this is quite a tanky Dark Onimusha too. Just overall, super well standard, lots of damage, lots of survivability.
And Pontos, a little bit of damage coming towards that Shizuka, and nobody's going to get stunned up from those bombs dropping here. Dominic's going to be coming back here with skill 2 available. Looking to remove that Dark Onimusha from the field. Does get that kill.
Does get that kill, the Dark Onimusha, but again, Tulov's looking like he's in a decent spot, but that is a massive proc from that Miles because it does so much damage on the ledges.
Yeah, really big proc there. Tulov looking to take a unit from the field. It is now definitely Tulov looking much better than Duchamp.
Yeah, and I'm not sure why he used Fast Link on that Robo G92 there. I think he could have saved that for the Pontos there. So I'm not sure why Tulov decided to use it. Maybe he felt he was so far ahead he didn't need to do that. But if Pontos gets one proc here, he's going to be able to cleanse that bomb off. So I'm not sure if Tulov overstepped there and overkilled that unit there.
Yeah, let's see what happens because there is the Miles. Miles going to be dropping. It's 2 units versus 2 units right now. So it's the beautiful bucks coming up on the side of Duchamp. But we do have this available with both Tulov, and he does get the stuns on both units.
Does get the stuns on both units, does have fast again, but again, Pontos tends to be on 100 resistance and a massive resistance from that defense row.
Dude, a lot of damage getting pummeled in on top of the Pontos. Bomb does go off. Both units are going to be alive right now, looking for a big skill 2 with additional turn popping off from the Pontos. Pontos is probably a little bit of poke damage coming towards that Gianna, but keep in mind, you still have a dismount that needs to happen. That's not going to happen right there. And there you go, too low. Taking round 2 away from Duchan.
Yeah, and again, we saw in that matchup there, I mean, we saw Duchan have a lot of aggression with the AoE from the Robo G92, but at the same time, that Pontos kind of didn't synergize with that team. It didn't allow him to push the advantage. If he had another AoE unit instead of that Pontos there, he probably would have won that game very easily because he would have been able to push the action and continue to just overrun his opponent. But instead, he had a Pontos to kind of play a little bit back and forth, and I'm not sure that was the right pick. And we saw that ultimately he wasn't able to win because he wasn't able to take advantage of the opening.
Yeah, definitely a close match, though. I mean, both drafts could have went either way with both those players, but I guess there was some decisions made there that were quite interesting. So maybe we'll get better decisions. We get into round 3.
No me alcanzó.
That win in that match either way, but we've got one more right now.
Yo solo me maté.
And Duchan.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they adjust their pre-bans for the next match. I mean, definitely that match earlier could have gone either way. I mean, obviously when you have 2 evenly matched players, both of them have great procs, it's going to come down to some RNG, it's going to come down to, you know, a few procs here and there. But generally when you see these drafts, you're going to see themes kind of come together, right? Whether they're AoE cleave all together, or AoE opening strip into Masha solo kill. And so when you see Miles mixed in with AoE units, it also doesn't quite synergize as well. So it's kind of interesting to see why those are picked and if they're effective or not. As we saw, obviously, Pontos is a great unit, but generally they work better with things like ragdolls, with units that want to survive and win over time.
Free bands from last time, Light Monkey King and the Nana are now available as we get into round 3. New free bands getting locked in right now, and it is a Team Lang Ragdoll free band.
Wow, I actually really like this Tulov's ban on this ragdoll here, anticipating that his Tian Lang is going to be banned out. So knowing that once that Tian Lang is gone, he's going to have a tough time dealing with the ragdoll preemptively takes that. So really good pre-ban coming on the side with Tulov here. And of course, the unit of choice between the 2 players is going to be Gianna that they're going to fight.
Yep, it's very quick. That Gianna's getting locked down almost immediately, followed by a very quick Oliver and Light Monkey King locked down by Tulov.
Yeah, so we're about to see if Tulov can enable that Light Monkey King to full effect here. That Light Monkey King, if it's able to get off, it's super impressive here. Duchan going with the Nephthys Masha, so I wouldn't be surprised to see a Dark Musha and then a Boar to finish things off, or Q or some sort of AoE unit. That looks to be how Duchan is setting this up. Tulov is going to need to find a way.
Very interesting. Tomo is going to be coming out for Tulov here. See if he chooses to lock that unit out. He does take that unit away. We're going to be seeing a little water review coming out. Well, alongside the Bunsa.
Ganamos el primer round.
I actually really like the response from Duchan here. So this is likely a Nem-trap Tiana here. We're also going to probably see a ban on the Bunsa, is my guess here. Because if that Tiana's banned out and the Bunsa are banned out, and the Bunsa's not banned out, Duchan still needs a way to survive. Tulov is kind of stuck in the spot where he needs to take another AoE unit, because if that Light Monkey's gone, he's in a lot of trouble. Game is kind of an AoE unit, but this signals to me that Masha's the ban, yeah, because otherwise if your Light Monkey's banned out, you're in a lot of trouble.
Well, 33 speed coming up for Tulov, 24 for Duchan. Let's see if Tulov's going to be taking this first turn here. I love that these players are really going all in with these AoE teams here. Bunsa with the big 3rd skill coming out for Tulov.
Yeah, he's in a tough spot. Should not use 3rd skill here. Should just use 2nd skill, because that Tiana should be a Nem-trap Tiana here. And it's going to put Tulov in a bit of a tough spot. But somehow, shooting-wise, this Pontos moves in front of Tiana.
Yeah, Ponto's going to be taking the first turn here, and looks like he's just going to go with the skill 2, looking to get that silence on top of Water Ryu. Water Ryu with no skills available, only left the skill 1.
Water Ryu only with the skill 1 here, but does not use anything else. And then that 3rd skill AoE is going to set up for this Nephthys Gianna.
Well, Gianna's a little like put a bomb onto the field here, choosing probably put it onto the Oliver, choosing to put it onto the Light Monkey King to lock that unit down.
Yeah, I need to put it on Light Monkey King because one problem is that there's AoE control going on the side of Tulov here. But again, Tulov's going to need some procs on this Oliver if he wants to come back. He has defense break on these units. This is going to be a lot of damage he's going to be taking here. A lot of resilience coming out with the Holy Ground coming out from Ponto. So really like Duchan's Duchan's chances here. Tulov's unit's a little squishy here, and I don't think he's going to be able to survive this onslaught.
Yeah, there's that skill one going towards that light monkey being the unit that Duchan wants to get rid of the most right now. There's that bomb, detonates, removes that light monkey from the field. Oliver now will do anything through that invincibility on all units inside of Duchan.
Yeah, Duchan just needs to land a couple more bombs, do some AoE damage, do some single target damage with the Gianna here to build units down here. And eventually he's going to overrun Tulov here because he's just got so much damage. Tulov doesn't really have a way, a win condition to come back.
Ganamos a Hato. Elimina todos los aumentos de poder de ataque del campo de batalla del oponente. O sea que va a afectar nada más al oponente. Lo bueno. Nos dieron unos pergaminos. Nos dieron a Amelia. A Diana. Lican va a tener a moneditas. Busca en tu mazo guardián antiguo de Tarzán para usar. Vamos a crear mazo. Aquí está Hathor. Gerald. Yo no he visto esta serie, no sé si ustedes la hayan visto, pero se ve que está curado. He visto cortitos, pero no me he puesto a ver. Duchan probably do fairly well going into the round 4 here and draft something probably similar. I know these two are fighting over this Gianna unit, but the Gianna doesn't signal that whoever owns Gianna is going to be the winner here. So let's see what happens here as we get to round 4.
Oh, and yeah, these drafts, it'll be interesting to see how round 4 pans out. But yes, these drafts are definitely, you don't see, because you see AoE cleave, you see Tiana's, Wunsas, these are all, because once that light monkey gets off, it's all in, it's over. So everything is built around that moment where you can gain AoE control. So in this matchup, we see that Gianna pre-ban, we see that Nana pre-ban. So we're likely going to see
vamos a cambiar a Taragos, a Tágaros, y vamos a cambiar a Amelia.
Very interesting to see a Gianna getting pre-banned here, and we've got Shizuka as a #1 pick here for Tula.
Interesting choice to go to Shizuka early. Means that he's likely going to want to take Gianna at some point to drop a bomb and kind of power up that Shizuka. But I think, and I like Duchan's response. I mean, very neutral here. You're going with an all, you're going with a Masha. You can lean into cleave or lean it a little bit more turn 2 if you want. Also, different ways you can cleave if you want. And Tulov's going to respond with Tianling here at this point. I think that's a fair and good response. I'm not sure about the Miles, because Miles is a little early, I think. It's going to open him up to being cleave, potentially, especially because some of the best cleaving units are Chun Pungs or Robo G92s. So if Duchan wants to cleave Tulov down, this is on the field at the moment. He just needs to know that Tulov has that wounds in the back pocket and needs to draft it out.
Oof, Duchan looking at another Ponto's G92, bringing back the G92, locking in the Chun Pung.
Yeah, so as called, I mean, this looks like Tulov is set up and primed to be cleaved here. As Duchan recognizes that, he goes with the Chun Pung. The Pontos is an interesting pick because, again, it doesn't really synergize with the cleaving style play, and it also powers up the Shizuka skill.
Creo que le ganamos. Como que ya se va entendiendo un poquito más, no sé. Ya le voy agarrando un poco más el rollo.
It's almost like he heard you. Robo G92 is exactly what's going to come in here. Takes that LD Napa Flora right out, locks in the 4-star unit.
Vamos a tirar el mamut.
So we're going from, instead of taking LD units, we're taking 4-star units, and of course that, has to be
Julian.
as called here.
El Rey Julian.
Have an opening from this Chun Pung into a Masha, and he's going to need to find a kill with it, or he's going to face a lot of damage coming out from Tulov.
Yep, see if he lands that damage. Oh, just a little bit of poke damage coming towards that Dominic, not using that second skill just yet. Gravity shot's coming out on top of the pond, does not receive the stun there with that Miles. But of course, we hold the ground here. And nearing invincibility is coming out. We've got skill 2 primed and ready for Duchan.
Duchan needs to get glancing onto this Tian Lane here, otherwise he might get stripped. Tian Lane does have a very high chance to strip, but unfortunately doesn't even strip the will off of Tian Lane.
Whoa, resisting a whole lot from that Tian Lane. The only unit to get stripped was the Chung Pong. Chung Pong not in great shape at all right now, though.
Yeah, Chung Pong definitely not in great shape. That unit's going to go down, so it's going to come down to Tian Lane, Miles, and Shizuka versus these 3 units, because we're going to see this Dominic drop, and then we're going to see this Oliver just run wild.
Yep, definitely going to see it run wild here. Indeed, we got the defense breaking and almost dead. Dominic going to be happening here. Big skill 2 is going to finish him off. Sides going across the board, but the skill 1 going towards this
Muy
one
bien.
where Oliver's going to be handling that very, very well. A little bit of damage. No slow going to be applied to that Tian Lane.
Yeah, that's a very, very big miss of the defense break. So unfortunately, Tulo's going to be on the back foot here. Needs a proc of Miles. Otherwise, he's not going to have enough damage to take out this Oliver. This Masha already has skill 2, does so much damage here. This Oliver is going to be able to use skill 3, go to skill 2, and do so much damage to Tulo's units.
Then here comes that skill 3. It's going to be coming out right here. Potentially going out on the Tian Lane. It is going to be the Tian Lane doing a lot of damage here. There's the initial turn. Skill 2 going out on the Tian Lane. Drops that Tian Lane. Looking very good for Duchan.
Yeah, looking amazing for Duchan here. I mean, Duchan here is going to be able to lock down this Miles. Unless that Miles procs here, he's going to be able to use Oliver, get full attack bar because that Tian Lane's not here.
No,
So
man.
Duchan's in a great spot. Has the Pontos, has a Masha that's not going to do a lot in the water, but there is that Oliver that's going to do quite a bit.
Yeah, that's a little sister there. The Shizuka skill 2 is going to be available. Going to get the full stroke on top of that Oliver. A little bit of damage coming towards that Oliver. The just turns coming up to Shizuka. Shizuka with all things happening right there. Third skill. Getting the invincibility up for himself.
Absolutely massive prop. And that Shizuka able to get that invincibility up, and that's what allows him to take out that Oliver. So now all of a sudden, Tulov's in a good spot, but does get defense broken by this Masha.
Yeah, Tulov getting a lot of additional turns right there, but that Masha leaving the defense break on top of that Miles off of an additional turn is definitely something Duchan really, really needed here.
Yeah, and I'm not sure why
Ay,
he
me
decided
dan
to
ganas.
use 5 to 10 lane here. I think he should have thrown that second skill onto the Miles, because if Duchan's able to get a couple more procs here, take out this Miles, Tulov's going to be in a bad spot.
Oh, beautiful sweeping waves going to be happening here. Get the silence up here. A little bit more poke damage coming towards this Miles. Miles the difference. Again, doing lots of damage to this Masha. Masha needs to finish off this Miles here. We may have it with Duchan.
Duchan needs a crit right here, does not get the crit, super unlucky not to crit any of those times here. So Duchan needs to find a way to take down this Miles, but does not do it for the Pontos.
Does not at all. More damage going to be coming out towards that. Does get the additional turn here. Holy ground comes out, but I do believe all skills are going to be available for it. And yet resisted. Not all skills are going to be available just yet for Tulov.
Yeah, Tulov's going to be in a good spot here. That Pontos does not do any damage here.
Brujita.
That Shizuka's quite tanky, so we're going to see a 5th match.
Well, there's that damage. No strips going to be happening here, of course. Little bit of damage. Everyone's just going to be skill one each other, but that Shizuka had the invincibility, brings back the Tian Lane. Tian Lane looking to finish off holding ground. It's coming out from those Pontos. Pontos trying to learn the skill 2. Does find out a way into here. Skill 1's going red with the invincibility, the additional turn. Nothing's going to be happening here.
Nothing's going to be happening here, but Tulov's going to be able to revive the Dominic, and he's going to seal this one.
And there you have it. Tulov getting that second victory for him, keeping alive, and we're going into a game 5.
Yeah, so this is the first game 5 that we're seeing in the APAC Cup here. Super exciting stuff. And it's interesting to see Duchan there. That Pontos not doing a lot of, obviously not doing a lot of damage, but again, that Pontos doesn't quite synergize with the AoE style that he's bringing. So it's interesting to see how, over time, once Tulov got a few key procs, he's able to come back, probably finish the game early, rather, and allow Duchan to just basically take it off.
And I think you're right about that Pontos coming into the field and giving a little bit of value towards that Shizuka. Shizuka being able to use a third skill, get all the invincibility, the immunity. The same thing Pontos was offering for Duchan's team, and I think that's something that Tulov got to take advantage of, and it was definitely beneficial to have that invincibility, to be applied to his own team. So I do agree with you. I don't think Pontos was the correct unit, nor was the correct synergy for
for Duchen's team here. But going into game 5, they're going to fix the problems that they ran into before, but we'll see if they fix those problems they ran into before, and we'll find out who's going to be moving forward out of these two players with Duchen and Duchen.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they approach this 5th game here. I mean, the winner has, if everyone's the same skill level in this game, the same unit box, the winner here would have a 75% chance to go to Korea, right? So that's this is a very important match. Every match is important, but this one here, this is the 5th match of this set. Both players are very experienced. We've seen them in SWC before. We've seen them on the ladder. Great players, really well-known boxes, a lot of powerful LBs. So everything's on the line here for these two players. We see Duchen taking out the Tian Lang early, does not want to face that. I mean, it is such a draft-impacting unit. And of course, Tulip taking out the Gianna, wanting to stifle Duchen's fleet. Not sure if that's going to stifle it per se, or allow him, prevent him from bleeding. But it definitely is going to make it a little bit more difficult for sure.
Tian Gianna going to the three bands. Oliver first pick by Duchen. Moving again, Nana in the Masha getting drafted by Tulip.
So I can see Duchen taking Shizuka. There we go. Shizuka and Miles there. I would have been interested to see a Praha, as we saw today. Arcus got a lot more, but we haven't seen one between these two players. Duchen could have also leaned into a 4 and went AoE if he wanted. And Tula is going with a little more creep action, flashing the Robo G92. If he does this, he's going to need to take a chunk out, or he's going to need to take a 4. Yeah, exactly. And he's going to need to take some AoE units, and if Duchen doesn't take some fire, Tula is going to round this out with a chunk out.
Ragdoll being drafted by Duchen. It's the first Ragdoll we've actually seen make it into the battlefield here. And a Diana being drafted by Duchen. The Diana is quite interesting.
I don't like this Diana pick by him because I think it's very
Último intento, ya no, si no, vamos a jugar. Vamos a jugar arena mundial para poder clasificarnos un poco más alto. Vamos a quitar este y vamos a quitar a...
If he takes up to Sari, it's going to allow Duchen to, disrupt the AoE creep. So I'm not sure about that Tesla pick. I'd much rather see a Chung Pong with a ban on the Ragdoll because Miles usually doesn't stun off the bat, and then you're going to dominate with AoE. Light Monkey Screen. There we go. We see some AoE. There we go. So we see the AoE there. Really love that pick. Actually, even more than the Chung Pong. That's the force hit. So we're going to see the Water Ryu Robo G92 opening, but the ban on the Shizuka is a little interesting, and I'm not sure that's the correct ban there, because Ragdoll's going to be very disruptive at this point.
Yeah, let's see what happens, because Duchen's going to be taking first turn with this Miles. Miles with a big skill 2 available, only gets stripped, not the stun. And of course, we've got the G92, that's all skills available, look for a big skill 2. Trying to get a little bit of value, of course, going to be pushing up that Diana here, but still has immunity.
Yeah, Tulov did not get the strip on the Oliver, so very unfortunate there. That Oliver's going to be able to lock down some skills from a Nana, most likely. And in this situation here, Tulov's going to need to score a kill.
Ooh, goes to the attack bar, that's
beating them. That Masha's going to be able to take out that Oliver soon. That Oliver's very tanky though.
Really, position sermons coming out for Miles. Miles is going to do a little bit of damage here, potentially move this G92 from the field, but for a little bit of attack or pushback on top of that Nana.
Yeah, surprisingly chose not to take the life of the Robo G92 there. But instead decides he wants to have it die to dot here. I think this Diana needs to transform, needs to do some damage here. Tulov's on the back foot. Once he loses his G92, this is going to lose an orb. Surprised he didn't go for it there, but Duchen's going to be in a good spot to take out some of Tulov's units here.
Look for the spare stun and receive them on top of that Ragdoll. The G92 is going to get dropped here. Looking for a defense break on top of Oliver. Does get the Oliver kill here.
Yeah, it does get the Oliver kill here, and again, Duchen needs to set this Diana off, needs to start going here, because that Nana's going to be stacking orbs. That's already one orb on that Nana.
One orb on that Nana is going to get removed here, because he's going to be taking out that Nana. Not taking out that Nana just yet.
No, man.
Yeah, that's a very tanky Nana there, probably on some heavy minus wind here. There's a slow on that Diana, so that Diana's probably not going to take another target. Duchen needs to get a couple procs here to take out that Nana, otherwise Tulov's going to be able to push an advantage over time.
Wow, Water Ryu does get the despair stun on top of that Diana. Masha holding it in on top of Diana. That's going to be it for the Nana. Nana gets dropped additional damage. Additional turn is going to be coming out for the Diana.
Pues tiene todas estas.
Absolutely.
Ya me ganó otra vez.
Allowing him to get some shields there. Tulip's in a tough spot now because he only has a water view and a Masha here. Water view does not do well in a ragdoll, so Tulip's kind of running out of steam here. Duchan looks like he's going to take it home with this ragdoll back.
Mire, yo lo gané. Por hablar, por andar hablando antes. Vivo Shell.
Steiner can go for it here. Knows that water value is going to go down, and it looks like Duchan's going to take this one home.
And there you have it, Duchan in round 5, taking down Tulip.
There you have it. You see the face of elation, but still a lot of work there needing to be done by Duchan.
La reina tiene 130. Vamos a jugar con la reina. Vamos a jugar con la reinita. Si nos ganan, ya no vamos a jugar a la arena mundial.
Exactly, and those kind of picks, how do you work it out? I actually just want to point out as well, so far I do know that Timber and Pinkroyd played
Vamos a cambiar con la milla, vamos a cambiar a
Pinkroyd coming out on top.
murciélago. Murciégalo.
They only have to go off what they've seen during these competitions, maybe what they've seen on replays.
Murciégalo o murciélago.
Exactly what play style they could have done.
Diría el Franco Camilla.
We see the miles from Pinkroyd.
Yeah, Cigar and Miles. Actually, I haven't seen any combination of Miles plus Rectini, but that could be something that we see right here at that moment. But on the other side, we also have the 5-year vanilla cookie. Together with the Jemaya, so there's not too much side, or the damage on the side of Timo is not that much. It definitely has to be locked in. The 4 and the 5 slot on the damage. Pinkroyd definitely still has options over in the 4 and the 5 slot. You also have more damage because currently the only damage is Miles. We're going to go for Tazarian.
It's that trying Tazarian trying to say, you pick that Julian at your own expense, my friend, because there's passives coming out. We've got a Hagan passive there, the Fire Vanilla Cookie as well. We've got the passive, but not with the Divine.
Yeah, that's an interesting unit. Tazarian we don't see it used all too much. And this is pretty interesting as well. You do have the speed from the Bakuni making it stronger, but then with the side we're also going in for more bruiser units with that card.
Arnold being locked in. Deciding for the Alexandra, his favourite unit from Timbo has been locked in.
Yeah, definitely interesting picks here. And we see Antares, that is also the favourite unit of Penguin. I'm not entirely sure if he's locking it in. He's definitely thinking about it because it is very strong into those ponies that switch from human or from pony form to human form. Getting that additional turn, Antares can lock in between, but he actually takes it away and goes for a safer pick in the form of Riley.
Here we go then. Does it look like maybe Timbo needs to take away some of the damage from Pinkroyd's side, or how is he going to combat this?
I would definitely say taking away some of the damage is very important. On the other side, you also could take away straight up that recovery that you have on the side of the pure vanilla cookie. If you take that away, either the Miles or the Tazarian is going to do a lot of damage to a single target. But actually, the sides, we have the reverse on that one. You have the same thing side, and we have some of the damage taken away from Timbo.
Here we go, match 2, set 1, Europe semi-final between Timbo versus Pinkroyd going into this match right now. Miles taking the first set. Jemai's going to be following up. If there's any stuns, it does mean that it's going to be close to taking on the field.
Yeah, even if the stuns are cookie right now, which I don't think you really go for, you go for the damage out there. Jemai taking his turn, but there's not going to be all too much protection. We have that slow on the Tazarian right now, which definitely lowers step. And we also have that
There's a resistance there on the side of Cigar as well, meaning that he does have all the skills, can't get the full climb in, decides to go for both instead.
¿Y lo metiste?
Oh, it takes an additional turn and therefore also glancing up that stun, but also there's nothing sticking on the Tazarian right now. We have the third skill coming up for the start. Can you land that? Doesn't land neither of the pushback nor the increased skill time, but does have to promote, and we have Oblivion landing out there.
Exactly, so that means any damage going into the unicorn now means it's going to get reflected, but now it doesn't matter.
Yeah, no, we're going to do a reset. We're resetting the full match back, and in this case, is it a better scenario for the Alexandra to start using the skill 2?
Exactly, she has the opportunity right now. She goes into it and skill 2 is coming safe.
We have that Cigar moving right after, so if the Cigar isn't stunned or lands and actually landed, Pony's going back.
was dispersed, so there's no procs coming from that one. However, you need to do that a bunch more times to actually drop in that hard damage. When we have the Thesario going for that skill with the Oblivion once again.
Raccoon doing so much work there, cleansing away a lot of the different debuffs that are on Pinkpoint's side. Skill 2 is available. Can I get stunned? Double stun.
Double stun, but those are the units that are most likely plants as well. In this case, if you switch, you're not going to get your attack on back. So and that's a very high value stun right there.
That is a huge stun. Raccoon is going to probably start cleansing more of the things they can, but Jemiah's going to put in damage into that Miles to try and get rid of it, so...
Yeah, damage into the Miles, but also damage into the Miles for Raccoon not to cleanse off that Siren. The moment that Siren is not cleansed off, you have like 3 rotations on that Alexander. Raccoon is a very strong healer, but it's not a great healer AoE. And every time that Alexandra goes for the skill to AoE, there's a lot of damage, there's a lot of stun, there's a lot of things going on. And Alexandra's doing a lot of work right now.
Yes, but Miles has an opportunity now. We get into, there's not really too much damage for that, and every time there's a passive A-gang is getting pushed up on his side too, so...
Like A-gang in this position is becoming like a Dracula. Every time that something happens, it's just attack bar. Normally Alexandra doesn't like to take that much turns.
Yo me imaginé como que
But in this case, it's taking so many
no era nada
turns.
serio.
Everything all the time has those debuffs.
And can he get a stun right now as well? Just hitting into the Miles. Miles again. There's just so much protection with all of these shields. Or say, how do you get through Jimbo's team here with your big right?
Well, if the Thesario lands a good moment for the skills, this would be a very interesting moment. But there's still that Hey-Gang skill too because of that Tower of Illusion.
Here we go. We've got skill 1 going in, pushing back that Thesario, making sure that he's not taking it to shield back up, and we can transform. Is it going to be enough damage for anything?
Currently, it's still not enough damage. You have to do a little bit more. If you switch, you can take out that Raccoon. If you take out that Raccoon, I would say match is over. It will be very... Oh, decides to go for, I would say, a risky play of getting Oblivion on you. You've seen it being countering before. If you have those counters on you, it definitely gets a lot more difficult. If you took out the Raccoon, on the other hand, the sliver of health on all of those units.
Here we go, Hey-Gang coming in, skill 2. What, this is all going down to the wire safe.
Yeah, it's definitely all so low on HP. We have Thesario being boosted up right now, doing extra damage. That is the sheer damage of the speed scaling that Thesario has over there. However, the Thesario is very low on damage. If you get one crit, if you get that one crit, it doesn't get the crit, it doesn't get the extra. But this will probably take out the Thesario. Doesn't take out the Thesario. Can this take out the Thesario? The Thesario finally leaves the battlefield. And that might be the victory for Pinbird. However, we still have the Miles Raccoon. That is definitely a unit in a combination that is very strong. Can we take out the unit? Once again, by the sliver of health. Getting up once again. With your boost of the Miles for that extra damage, taking out the Hey-Gang. It is enough damage. Right now, we have the Jemiah. Jemiah gets finally the shield. You can ping pong it back and forth, but you actually go for the damage. It is not enough. It might be. The ball comes in, he's getting damage now. It was enough damage and that takes it out. Raccoon is definitely not going to win this. And if Raccoon gets to the point where he kills the Jemiah right now, we're going into a draw.
Also, we have to wait and see right now, Len, because if Jemiah is going down, it could go into the draw. This could take a little bit more time right now than we thought.
I definitely don't think we're going for 70-70. Like 60-60 means nothing. We're going to wait for the 70-70. That is the moment because Jemiah is actually very technical. So there's also healing next to it, 5.6k. We need that 70-70. And we're just ping-ponging a bunch of S1s back and forth because those are what's healing. We also have healing of 3.7k from the Jemiah. And how much is this for doing that?
No, en todo lo que va
Yeah, we're not going to take that. We're not.
la transmisión.
No, that's like, no, it's just going to take a while. And you have about, I think it goes about like 20 or 30 turns in 70-70, which we hit right now before it hits that drop. If Jemiah goes for a proc at the right moment, which is very likely, and actually goes for those critters, if you crit right here, don't match.
There we go. Wow. Timbo taking it 1-0 versus Pink Floyd in his first set of the semi-final number 2. They're one step closer to Bangkok, but Pinky might have an answer who's going to that second set, say.
That was definitely a very interesting showcase. Especially that Raccoon cleansing all the time, boosting up the Hey-Gang, boosting up the whole team. Alexander taking multiple turns. Raccoon solo couldn't deal with all of that healing. Units were just like left, right, and center, lowering and lowering the HP. Having all of those cleansing debuffs, attack debuffs, not doing too much damage. So much recovery from Timbo.
Absolutely well done by Timbo right there. Yeah, Timbo showing exactly
Pinpoint, I know you just had a clean sweep against the fan favourite over here in Paris, but I'm here to show you exactly what stands in your way. And here he had the Tian Lang and the Vanessa were banned in that first set. So they're obviously back as an option now. We see a cigar and we see the A-Gang band out, so we've said we were going to say their names a lot today. Not as much as we thought we'd say them, but we can say them now.
Yeah, I was definitely going to mention that as well. I thought these were the two, like people were asking me, like, what are the most contested units that we've seen? Well, of course, Han. But Hagen and Cigar were the ones that we popped up after that. Actually, I've seen a lot more, like, speed games with, like, Vanessa's, Olivers. And
Nada más que lo configuré mal, pero está bien.
In this case, both of them are respected.
Vertical en lugar de horizontal.
Timbo, do you want to go for speedy?
Así se va a grabar.
Speedy of a double Valkyrie comp. We see that being used a lot by actually an old SWC
Vertical.
winner.
There we go, double Valkyries, we've got Vanessa, we've got the Camilla. Just want to add in there as well, Pinpoint going with that more with a 55% win rate over SWC so far with 126 games. So definitely very statistically good for him. He's also pairing it with a Twinkle. This looks again like a classic Pinpoint draft so far. Do you think he continues that same?
I would definitely say so, but he looks at him with the Chichen de Shin right now, and Chichen de Shin is actually a very solid unit over here because that Hagen prevent is there. Because normally you would Hagen prevent against it. But sorry for you guys. And we have the segment being locked in as well, answering with Sweetie. Those are or are we going to go with different route?
Yeah, let's see, because we did have it before in the first match, but I think where it did go with double on the edges. And the, yeah, my mind, Onimushas. No, Onimushas, not on yeah, this one with Sweetie, and Willie decides to go for a kink as well, but it kind of tails away from a traditional pink-white draft, I would say.
Yeah, definitely. I would also say that Rakuni is never really wrong, but it's also really safe. So I feel that Pink-white is not really trapped in his comfortable space what he was doing a lot more against Tutu. Against Tutu is just like full on power, let's go. Like nothing like no left turns, no right turns, just full on power. But in this case, Timbo is showing the full on power with that Sonya as well.
Yeah, we had one Sonya that did go through now and did manage to do quite a lot of work, but it was responding back against hands a lot. Yeah, will it manage to make its way through here against Pink-white?
Yeah, it's difficult to say. I would also say the Sonya damage output that we have seen on there was about 25k. 25k is probably not going to take out the units from Pink-white, but still respect that.
Here we go, Speed leads gaining 33% for Timbo, 24% on the side of Pink-white as we get into set number 2 on this match number 2 Euro Cup semi-finals. First turn, segment Dushiland gets the in-circle time.
That's the interval time, very important up there, but it's still not over there yet. There's still a lot of stuff going around. If we have that armor break right now, armor break into a skill from Camilla is a lot of damage, but we have that high resistance unit, which is Twinkie.
Exactly, and Chunkum, if you take a few more additional turns, you're going to get closer to that third skill. Here we are, the Patho, I'm going to use it on him there. Medium unit buff up for 2 turns, which is obviously going to mean that he's not going to be able to land any of the defense or the defense breaks from that Sweetie unless they're stripped.
They were stripped and one stunner over there as well, but Camilla can maybe return the favor. No armor break over there. Can we stun it? Yes, that is one that we can stun, and also slow. Armor breaks across the field. Ooh, not too many.
But the glancing now on Avatar, and obviously the heat, the cleanse there from the Raccoon, just on both of it.
Yeah, definitely there, but the one that I'm looking at right now, Sweetie is on about like 10-ish stacks. It's still not max stack out there, but it could do a lot of damage already if you decide to go for the skill 2. How much are we looking at? That's a good chunk of the health of Timbo already.
Wow, so you cannot let him take another turn at the moment with that skill 2, I would say. So he's going to be looking to see if he can probably get some full time from a segment.
Yeah, you definitely have to be careful, but it's also very difficult. Like, there's not really a core unit that can do a lot of damage to the Sweetie. It's going to be that Camilla, but the Raccoon is actually better placed than I gave credit for in the draft, because it's just doing so much that the Sweetie cannot really be controlled.
There we go, we've got an attack break on the Tron Control. That Sweetie coming in, gets defense break. We've got a little bit of healing coming in from Patho. Second skill.
It's a decent amount of damage, but it's not really up there. And also, most units start scaling more damage the longer the flight is. In the case of Patho, it's not the case, because it's scaling from your own max HP.
And if your HP is going less because you've got a Sweetie on the other side of the field, taking half of it away, it's not going to last very long.
Yeah, that's definitely a difficult uphill battle right now. You can place an armor break anywhere right now. Once again, try to place on the Sweetie, definitely identifies it as the strongest target on the field. Can you stun it right now? Skill 1 stun. Oh, goes for the other unit, but now we're all stunned.
Exactly, with different ones. The Sweetie now, skill 1 going to take out. Oh!
Decides to spread the damage, spreading the damage. Does a lot of damage to the Patho. We have a skill 2 for them more coming up, taking out 2 units. And we have the double Valkyries trying to survive. But we have one of the 2 Valkyries also almost being a confirmed kill. and that's definitely not a 2v4 that you would like to play.
Exactly, it's going to be 1-1. We can see right now as the wild dance comes in, because Camilla's not going to be able to get in time through 4 units on the other side of the field today.
Yeah, most likely not. Currently, she's kind of once again looking like an arena defense. She's kind of stalling the match. She's taking a bunch of additional turns, but she's definitely not going to win it.
Exactly, they're playing it out all the way through. Maybe right now it's the time for Timbo to have a think, a bit of a reflection, see exactly what went wrong there. Wasn't too much damage in any follow-up in any of the things that he was doing. And Pinkroyd always had the sweep coming through with more stats because Timbo's been taking a lot more turns. And his finals there, 1-1, Pinkroyd versus Timbo in a semi-final set, number 2.
Yeah, definitely very well counted. Seeing like, okay, Camilla is very strong the moment we start critting. But if we just don't crit in the sense of a sweetie, it's pretty much dealt with already. Plus, that one is very well grouped. It's doing a lot of damage, it's at 100 resistance, it's taking a lot of hits. Raccoon is just cleansing that up. And in this case, we had the Raccoon as a single target healer, but there was no AoE damage. And I think that was the big difference between this match and last match. Last match, a lot of AoE damage from that Alexander. This match, single target damage, but Raccoon can deal with that.
Exactly, well, we're not going to see Alexander in this match, unfortunately. It has been pre-banned out, and Pinky, Timbo has decided to go for the TN line, which means that Pinkroyd won't have that available in his back pocket, even though he didn't actually use it in the last match. We do now see Hagan's first pick by Timbo. Will Pinkroyd look to steal any cigar?
Cigar, definitely. We even hear it from the French cast behind it. We actually hear it through our microphone or through our headsets. They are thinking the same thing. We have the cigar, and we have a pretty early pick on that.
So we see something now like maybe of a trombone, or are we going to go for speed, trying to mess with an Epner or something, say?
I would definitely say that a Juno fits to counter everything that's on the field right now, but it might be getting counted later. So I'm not entirely sure. In this case, goes for like a safety stick, saying like, okay, we have the Jemaya in there. I also don't want you to prepare a Shizuka. Was a Jemaya, which is very deadly, and steals the Raccoon.
Exactly, stealing that Raccoon, he paid off realistically in that last set. In the first set, not so much, but like you were saying, there was spread damage across the field, whereas in that last set, single target damage.
Le dije al Fer que si lo llegan a reportar que me lo iba a chingar.
Further down, I know that Tara's very quickly.
I would say that this is actually something that Pinkroyd has been playing more on ladder. It looks really weird, but the trick behind this is, and Darius goes for crit rate buff, attack buff. Shizuka can later spread that. That is definitely very strong. But in this case, from the side of Timbo, going into those AoE strippers that provide all of the buffs to Divas, which the Praha does, the Juno does, is definitely very strong to pick up right here.
Oh my god, that's just sort of spanner in the works. You saw his reaction when he comes back with the Julian and the Juno.
Yeah, I would definitely say that Juno,
maté yo
is
solo.
definitely something that might be banned right here. But Timbo's also not showing all too much damage if you remove the Julian. And Pinkroyd's going to add more damage on that melee wave. So once again, Timbo's going to take a lot of turns that don't really matter all too much. Pinkroyd adapted to that very well, that Antares actually answers to that. This is not a luck sack Antares pick, this is actually a very smart Antares pick right here.
Here we go, match 2, set 3, Pinkroyd 1, Timbo 1. Will Antares be the answer, say? You've already just called it that.
Well, I definitely do think I have seen the Antares of Pinkroyd. If he still has the same thing, it's a little bit less successful, but I would say that Pinkroyd or Timbo's going to take a lot of turns, even though all of these stunts, like I would say all of these stunts don't really matter all too much. You can stun quite a bunch, but all of these turns, like you control 3-4 units by now, but what actually happens? The attack bar to the HP bars. They're to nothing, right? And on the other side, we take 1 or 2 turns and HP bars are half.
Exactly, you can see that just the damage that came out from the Fengyang already right there. And Antares is taking some turns, but we're going to be able to heal for the moment. Is he going to put it on himself? No, just checking. Oh, he's back.
And there's AoE, still a lot of damage going in there, and Raccoon is not that great of healer, once again AoE, so that's also the thing. Pinkroyd doesn't really have to do all too many skills, you just a little bit of skill once. Okay, you get stunned here and there, definitely not beneficial for it, but even that Fengyang does so much damage that it just takes out units.
Oh my god, this is looking like not a crazy Antares pick.
No, this is absolutely a very well-placed Antares pick, because you know your enemy is taking a lot of turns, but with a lot of turns, Pinkroyd took so many turns, but what happened? Like, one unit is half HP. Antares is not even taking so many turns, like it doesn't even matter. Okay, we have a one dispersion, but I would still say Pinkroyd's draft is so strong that he can get a, like, even that, I would say it doesn't even matter too much.
Let's see then, so now he needs to start getting some more. Oh, see, he's got a little bit of a glancing up there as well, though.
Yeah, the glancing is there. You definitely have to take out the Raccoon. The Raccoon is annoying factor, but even through glancing, half HP if you go for the triple. Antares, however, is stunned all the time.
Exactly. As soon as you can stun him, he's not going to be able to do any damage to him.
Yeah, you cannot really go for those super skill 3s, but look at this damage. Skill 1, quality skill on the Raccoon. If you let arm break first, go for it though. Pretty interesting to not go for it. But I think he's kind of trying to bait out strips.
Yeah.
The moment you bait out strip and you can't use your skill 3 more effectively, then it would be very nice. But until that time, you're kind of just working with
Bueno, ya perdimos, ni modo, vamos a jugar un poco de arena
Because now full HP at Darius, you did so much work to get at Darius. And Darius taking 2-3 turns, and that just takes it down. He was just waiting for that, and it was coming. It was definitely a long time coming, but the amount of stunts that Darius ate and still made it work definitely shows that this was a very well planned out pick. Wow.
Sí, ya lo terminé, pero no nos fue tan bien.
2-1 against Timber in this semi-final at the Europe Cup. Wow. And Darius, not as a pick that you would expect like that. I like it.
No, actually, it's a pick that you see a lot more into those comps. Like if you have Raccoonies.
Esta, aunque no la tengo toda maxiada en sus habilidades, me ha funcionado muy bien. He ganado batallas.
We're going to have to check on some of the rules on that.
I know the rules on that one, and that one is magnifique.
Okay, well, Adam Savage getting a bit jealous over there, you can see. We've got here Keaton Dashan being banned out on the side of Timber already, and Hagan being banned out. Does that mean we're going to see a Sagar first pick from Pinkbird, or do you think he's going to stick to something of his more?
No, they definitely do like in this matchup is okay. But then the Sagar goes to Timbo in this case. That is pretty sure, I would say.
Yeah, let's see then. Timbo has a little bit more time since Pinkbird managed to lock that in very quickly, actually, if you look on there with the Vanessa. It's a bit of a different one from his draft. We know that it's more his use. Ooh, early pick of the Julian.
I definitely do like the early pick of the Julian for the sense that you've seen it being picked in slot like 4 and 5, and that's mainly when the draft was kind of revolving around to it, where it doesn't really fit anymore. Like you want to draft this unit more often, it has the best moves, but if you draft it very late, your team or the team composition of the enemy might be already very hard countering. Now Pinkbird, with every draft that he has to do, has to keep in mind, okay, I have to deal with the Julian hits already on the field, and Timbo can build a stronger and stronger team fitting around the Julian right now.
There we go, we see a classic against Pinkbird draft. We've got the maul, we've got this chunk up. We know exactly how he likes to use it, how much damage and speed that they carry through with that in the rune efficiency. We're seeing Timbo now, like you said, it's drafted early with that Julian. Who's he going to look to partner that up with, say? Do you think there's any pure vanilla cookies coming through?
That is definitely, as you call pure vanilla cookies, that definitely does happen. But we have to have the thing where you have to have 2 damage dealers. And Feng Yang is the 2nd damage dealer already. If you did it, that is a counter and a half right there for Rocky. And adding that up with that shot, I definitely do like that Rocky. But that is once again, we go into that mindset. That's the mind game. Who is pre-banning who? Because if you pre-ban the Julian or the Rocky's pre-ban, but the other did not, as we've seen in the household match with the Rika, can really determine the outcome just by that ban in the end.
Exactly, mind games going on right now. Oh, this is going to be crazy because if he gets to go through, we've got Camilla as well coming through their set.
Yeah, the Camilla we saw the last few times, but I don't really see the Camilla that strong in this case, I would say, because the Chumpong is there for the pushbacks. We have a lot of those units that can kind of deal with the Camilla. Maybe another unit, like for example, a Vert, if you were to ban the Sean, might be a bit stronger. But let's see what this Camilla can do.
This mind game is going to go down to the last seconds here, say, I'm pretty sure, because you do not want to give away exactly, maybe even looking over what position of your finger is just to give away Camilla and the racket.
So that is the mind game in this case, I would say, won by Timbo because he banned out the unit and Pinkbird expected the ban on the other side as well. But he had to go for the respect ban on that Camilla.
Here we go, 2-1 Pinkbird in our set 4 semi-final. Vanessa going first, can she land that defense break? Does land it. More following up. Oh, triple stuns.
Triple stun, and that is huge for Pinkbird. Also, once again, full pushing by fire. Getting AoE armor break across the field. In this case, you don't even have to go for skill 3. You can still go for skill 3 to get that speed buff in. Doesn't even have to do it, and does so much damage on Feng Yang.
This is so classic Pinkbird right now. I don't know how else to say it. We get Shang coming in stun 3. We're going to get that kill. Oh, not quite.
Not quite there. Gets another additional turn on that unit. Julia, you have to make up some work. Can you stun the Shang? Can stun the Shang. Good damage on that as well, but the armor breaks are still sticking at no fire trucks on the side of Timbo.
Exactly, and there's just not so much health on the side. We need that.
No, mom.
But it's not going to be able to, because it's getting pushed back every single time. And the health of that Julian is gone. Wow!
And there we have our victor in Pinkbird going once again to the World Finals.
Wow, stunning. That's what it was in the last matchup. Stunning. Pinkroy just cannot be stopped. He's going to the World Finals again. Raxas versus Pinkroy. It's time for match 2, set 1 of our semi-finals. It's pick and ban time. Let's get it on. Here we go. Summoners.
Por fin se fue.
Semi-finals. Valantis, Oliver, pre-ban. Oh, interesting stuff. Pinkroy decides to pre-ban the Valantis. He fears that unit. Of course, one player is always going to pre-ban Oliver, and that is going to be the player that isn't taking the first turn.
There we go, Pinkroy taking that tablet first very, very quickly. We saw Raxas use tablet earlier on. Raxas picking up the more and the
Otro turno al panda,
We know that
pues.
these two players have extremely similar playstyles. No surprise to see them digging into t-shirts with boxes almost as soon as
Ni un turno me dio extra.
Being a first pick from Pinkroy is a huge surprise. Usually on the ladder you would never see that, but this is SWC with pre-bans, knowing what the other player plays. We know that Raxas loves to use the tableau himself.
Exactly right, boss. Here we go. Pinkroy dropping up that Dominic Marshall for second and third.
Turno extra, turno extra. Nel.
Third and fourth unit.
No hay turnos extra para el pandita.
No way, hello, no way. Zerak, I love to see it. Let's see if this Zerak is gonna do some serious damage. We know it's a really good combination with the Shizuka.
Ready, let's go, Rumble. This is from the Bombonera, Mexico.
Yeah, but we know Zerak has Pinky's trademark and Raxas has taken it away from
El
him.
panda.
Filling in those two slots, goes with the Jemaya and the Esha locked in for Pinkroy. One more unit to pick up.
Alright, yes, yes, yes. Pinkroy really wants that first turn. What is Raxas going to do to deny that first turn? Is he going to bring something like a Leo? Is that going to be enough damage mitigation against the pure aggression of Pinkroy? He's going to have to, because I don't think Raxas can do anything to steal the first turn from Pinkroy, because he only has one speed lead and no unit to help him take the first turn like an attack bar booster.
There we go, Raxas picking up that Toronto for the final and locks it into bands. Curious to see what it will be.
Well, how wrong I was. He is going to take out, I think the Triton pick up signals a ban on Escher, because Escher is the only unit that can really stop the Triton.
We saw the Zerat getting banned, the Escher getting banned. Both players opting with 24 speed leads. Who is taking this first turn? This is our first set. Two friends playing it out. Best of 5. Triton with the first turn. Will he manage to straight and push back? Goes, manages to fast link onto Triton. This is the defense break, but has the will up more with the rolling spike. Gets the stun on the tablet.
That is a nice stun on the tableau. It was unfortunate that Triton missed the attack bar reduction on the masher, but it doesn't matter. He landed the all-important strips, and that is a huge killer.
That's what we call a lap tag. These ones they say that word. Shizuka, all things in and in nature. Oh, Triton with the skill 2 AoE silence goes for it. Lands it on Jemaya as well. 2-turn silence on all 4 units.
You could call it a laxer, you could call it pure skill. They also like to use that phrase, and it's looking like Raxas is in a very dominant position. I cannot see how Pinkroy can come back.
There we go. Really good. Changpan taking a turn right now. He's thinking about where he will direct his damage. Goes onto the Dominic. Shizuka, fast life spell. Will he use it on himself or will he use it onto the Changpan? It's an additional turn with the skill 1.
No sé por qué. Me da la sensación de que ya perdí. Hasta que por fin un turnito extra.
No, directs the damage onto Changpan. Marsha takes out that Triton with the skill 1. Fast link is, available from... Marsha goes onto the Changpan.
she's saving her second skill.
Ya mero porque ya va 1 hora 20.
So Bitcoin is actually the first
1 hora 20
take out a
dice.
unit, but it doesn't matter.
1 hora 20.
Pero 30, ¿viste?
Ah, sí, qué suave.
Serious matter, possibly changing this whole game.
Ya llegamos.
Zuka with another additional turn. Oh, past life spell. Will he put it up on Changpeng, reducing his skill cooldown? Masha, will you take out that Changpeng?
Well, I can't really see how Pinkroyd can make his way back from here. Looks like this is going to be one
Bueno, pues 3
set
turnos
that
le di.
Pinkroyd has to drop in an entire SWC so far, and is to his good friend Raxus.
It certainly is. I mean, Bella's Pinkroyd losing the first game, huge, huge. With the thing, I mean, how pivotal as well, Valve, was trying to get the very first turn there, and how much that influenced the game. Because it felt like, because they both were battling to be the first to move, and with Raxus getting that advantage, it was a really great start from him. That couldn't be stopped.
It was a really, really smart pickup from
Muerto el
Raxus.
panda.
Tries doing a similar thing that Winston does for Ismo, allowing
Y
him to
valió
take that
súper.
first time even without the speed lead because of his high base speed. And it was, I thought he might have to pivot second turn, but having the Triton available to him meant that no matter what Pinkroyd banned, Raxus was most likely to take that first hand. Take that first hand he did, and he landed his stuff, turned on the cropping as usual, and
Amazing,
Just
amazing. And we saw earlier in the competition as well, in the earlier rounds. Pinkroyd, I mean, we saw how devastating
Pipolanda que vayan con él.
suffering, courtesy of how much damage Pinkroyd gets that first turn, how much damage he can, put onto other players. If given the opportunity here. Do you know that's Raxus' main tactic is just always try and stay at the forefront, try and be first?
Yeah, well, it seems to be working, and that's what he did, and it worked. So continue on up.
Yeah, I think the pre-ban to the ban, the picks will take it, tell us a lot about what's going to happen in game 2 as well. We jumped straight in, it was quite fast. I think we lost that very first game, but Raxus knows that he'll want to come back swinging in the second one. Let's see exactly which it is that we're taking into game number 2.
Exactly right. Adam Pinkroyd dropping that first set since new prelims to the cup. The pre-banning phase is in now. Raxus versus Pinkroyd. It is advantage. Raxus with 1-0.
it's a really interesting situation in this match where Raxus and Pinkroyd both share the Razera, but on top of that, Raxus also has the Volantis. Pinkroyd does have the Tenlang, but Tenlang is not super strong in this matchup because there's not so much attack by increase units, only attack by reduction, apart from the more. Oh, okay.
More and more get banned out. Pre-banned. They're not looking at each other love.
We're even less likely to see the Tenlang in this match now.
Or the more.
Or the more. We're very, very, very unlikely, almost impossible to see.
Raxus with the first pick, picking up. I'm not sure what unit he's going to go. He's actually thinking about it because both players do have a similar play style. So whatever he picks up first, we know Pinkroyd is surely to counteract, pick up another unit that he doesn't have. Raxus goes with the Oliver. Pinkroyd goes with the Shizuka. Possibly a Shizuka Juno. He took the Juno out.
Yes, indeed. Really, really interesting draft indeed. Oliver, this is one of the first ever matches Oliver has gotten to see daylight, and Raxus, of course, picking it up immediately. I'm really surprised that Pinkroyd did not pre-ban the Oliver.
And there we go, Pinkroyd picking up Shizuka and Marshall for the first and second unit. Raxus taking his time to consider the draft against Pinkroyd. Praha and Changpeng again. Changpeng, we saw that Changpeng Violent Croc so many times in that last match.
Why not Changpeng Praha, such dominant units, both with an AoE strip, both with ability to do a really powerful crowd control, third skill, and some really nice damage from additional damage artifacts. Raxus managed to pick up 3 of the most dominant units in the meta.
Pinkroyd picking up Chiwu and a Cigar for third and fourth unit. That is very interesting from Pinkroyd. These both players are taking more time to decide what to pick than the matches themselves.
Wow, a Chiwu. Abano liked to pick up the Chiwu earlier. It didn't work out super well for him against Raxus, but Raxus has dug into Pinkroyd's box so hard already that Pinkroyd has to resort to a Chiwu. He has to resort to a Cigar. What are the runes like on these units? We know Pinkroyd has incredibly strong runes and artifacts, but he's really having to pick up some less commonly picked units now.
There we go, Raxas picking up the miles and Valantis for the final 2 units. Pink Croy prints out the Douglas for the final unit as locked it in 3 hours advance.
Oh, we love to see it. The Douglas is Raxas going to ban out the Douglas, or is he going to rely on Carhartt or Miles, whichever stays in the match, to take out the Douglas? Is it Husband or is it not? Pink Croy is really difficult for him. He's probably going to have to ban out the unit anyway because he's so heavy on fire. Miles or Carhartt, that is the choice.
And waiting till the last second, Miles gets the ban. Douglas gets the ban. Oliver speed lead,
Mira.
Chewie speed lead, all locked in. Raxas with the 33 speed lead, Pink Croy with the 24 speed lead. It is 1-0 Raxas's way. We got the Chewie moving first on Pink Croy's side, managing to only strip 2 out of the 4 units. That is huge. Masha follows up after this Chewie. Oh, additional turn! Almost taking out that Valantis.
Really unfortunate
Victory.
for Pink Croy that he missed those 2 strips, but he had a nice proper measure. He was lucky that Valantis did not revenge. So RNG has gone both ways on this occasion.
There we go, Shizuka, all things in nature available. Oh! Look at all the debuffs Shizuka has put onto Raxas' side. Chewie doing some damage onto Valantis. Mash taking out Valantis. Oliver going onto the Shizuka. Champagne. Another additional turn. Pink Croy sitting very comfortable with all that will.
We know that the Shizuka Macho combo is a really, really threatening one. Even though Pink Croy has had to pick a Chewie, it was a nice pick. He made sure he got that first turn, managed to do some good damage into that Valantis, which is now being taken out. And Pink Croy is looking really nice indeed. Carhartt is Raxas' main way to deal with that measure, but I don't know if that is enough at all.
Oh, this is so exciting to see Chewie sleeping that with the skill 1 for 2 turns. Marshall doing some serious damage to Oliver, landing a defense break. Oliver putting that damage onto the cigar because it was provoked. Here we go. Chewie with the skill 1 again. Oh, landing another sleep onto Oliver Masha. Another 1 and turn taking it back to the skill.
Wow. Just wow. Pink Croy might have had to dig deep into his box to pick up that Chewie and pick up the cigar, but it didn't matter because Pink Croy's room depth of quality is so high.
¿Por qué no me sorprende que me lo bloquean el dedo?
And absolutely doing their work. Some really nice speed, really fast Chewie there, and Pink Croy is looking in a dominant position.
I don't think I've seen that Champagne take 1 turn. Every single time it was an additional turn. But it doesn't matter because Masha has taken him out of the field. Here we go. Pink Croy with a comeback. It is 1-0 Pink Croy versus Raxas.
Yeah, it really is there. Pink Croy there showing who is boss. Coming back straight away there. And Mark strong, but interesting. Oliver's finally allowed to enter the arena there, Bowles, but cannot get a chance to move because he's stunned. He can't do anything, and it's cost Raxas, and it's now 1-1.
Yeah, absolutely. The Chewie pickup was pure genius, just like the Triton pickup was pure genius from Raxas in the previous match. We're getting to see these high, either the speed lead or the high base speed AoE strippers with attack bar reduction. You don't usually see in matchups where players like to pivot. These 2 players don't really like to pivot, so they just are competing for turn 1. Whoever gets turn 1 often does the thing.
Yeah, it's, we've had a lot of the videos we've seen of different players. They like to,
Mira, se rindió.
Turn 2 more aggressive. Into players that just off the front foot just want to go out swinging and just make it count straight off the bat, finish games early. And that's why they always seem so dominant. They get a chance to move early on, Killer. They make it count.
That's exactly. They're swinging at each other. He swings, he swings. It's just like that. No one's pivoting.
It's like a digital sword fight.
Yeah.
Just back and forth, back and forth. We'd love to see it. Right, Pink Croy and Raxas now 1-1 apiece here in the semi-final, and we're on set 3 here. 3 games left, potentially 2. All depends who can take the next couple of matchups. So let's see what happens here. It's time for the picket bands. They're going for being the first turn. They're going for speed. Let's see what happens. Bowles, Killer, take it away.
Summoners, it is 1-0 best out of 5 3-bans are in. We've got the Oliver and the Valantis 3-ban. We've got Pink Croy drafting up that more for his first unit and locked in very quickly.
Pink Croy mixing things up. Previously he first picked the Tableau. This time he does want to pre-pick the more because Moore just has more in his kit. Literally, the Water Ryu because he has an AoE strip attack bar reduction. And Raxas now has lost a unit that is really key to his draft. I wonder if he's going to pick up the Tableau really early.
I would love to see those runes on these units. Raxas picking up the Tableau and the Champagne.
Oh!
On his first and second unit, Pink Roy, currently a flex, but he's just having some fun. But will he actually pick it?
I mean, it's not a bad pivot, not bad at all, but it's not really Pink Roy's style. And it's too much to gamble, I think, to pivot this early on killer.
There we go, Pink Roy picking up the segment and the Dom for the second.
I do like that. It's interesting that the dominant rather than the Masher, because the Masher is now available to Raxas if he wants that unit. He also has Praha available that hasn't been taken yet, but Pink Roy is looking like he's going to get that first turn either with the segment or with the Maul, because that's big helps his units take some extra speed.
There we go, Raxas wrapping up the Praha for his third unit, and a second to go. Get that Escher out, locks in the Escher. Pink Roy gives him a look in that camera feed. He's like, oh, that's my Escher. And he locks it in. Pink Roy goes with Leah. Will he draft up an Antares? I'm not sure.
Not sure about the Antares. A Dino would be a little bit better because there is a Praha on the field, but forcing Pink Roy to pivot, that just shows how aggressive a player Raxas is. How many players can force Pink Roy to pivot like that? Raxas is one of them.
It wasn't Antares, but it was his brother Douglas. Oh no! He brings out that
yes.
That's
Beautiful.
That is huge. Oh my god, I'm so excited to see this match. Pink Roy picks up Leah and Antares for his final 2 units. Raxas has one more pick to go.
I do wonder which unit he'll pick up. A Vertical would be a decent pickup, or maybe just a really strong fire damage dealer to take out that Antares. Maybe a Ken is a common pick against a Leo as a counter.
Por fin llegaron los turnos.
He brings out that Miles, possibly thinking of a Leo ban there.
I don't
No.
think that is a Leo ban. Good call, killer. Miles is hard countered by Leo.
Vale 8.
¿En qué consiste que les den como 5 turnos seguidos?
Depende cómo armes al mono.
Here you go, set number 3 is 1-all. It's anyone's game. They're sitting there having a conversation to each other, these two players. Escher, of course, takes that first turn, goes for the foul. Praha follows up. Is it with the daydream for the, predicting future for the streak, or the daydream for the sleep?
That is really interesting that Escher takes the first turn. It means that Raxas's Escher is faster than Pink Roy's segment. Raxas has been farming that Giant's Keep and getting some good rolls quite nicely there. But yeah, Antares is still on the field. And Antares will just do it.
Antares taking it back a few years. It's interesting to see that Antares has already taken 2 turns with his passive. Here you go, Tablet pushing everyone's attack bar back. Chunk Run, Serious Matter is available. Goes for the pushback. Lands some pushback on some units. Here you go, Escher.
Escher is there, but Antares has no problem.
Ah, no dejó que lo matara.
Oh, I told you.
You spoke too soon. Antares with his passive taking out that Chunk Run. This is anyone's game still. Oh, segment, maybe the reset. Praha does not have her heals available. Dominic, he's got that improvisational weakness shot. We know can do some serious damage. Goes into Praha, deals some serious damage into Praha. Tablet, will he roll a double? No doubles, but double stuns.
No way. This match is so back and forth. The Antares has been slowed and stunned, and the Praha is still on the field, and I do think that I favor Raxas in this match right now.
But we still don't know. Still take one with this Antares. Praha with the heal available, chooses to opt in with skill 1 damage.
¿Quieres ver si lo saca ahora cuando vuelvan a hablar?
Goes onto the Dominic, lands no debuff.
Ya le contesto.
With the skill 3 available, takes
O no sé.
Dominic versus 3 units. Praha goes for the daydream for the heal. Lands asleep onto the Dominic. Tablet, skill 2. Oh, beautiful stun. There we go. Raxas takes it up by 1.21.
Wow. There we have Pink Roy there, trolling us, picking Antares right at the last seconds. And we get so excited about it. But Raxas there managed the game beautifully, did it incredibly well there, I think, Vows, to ensure that he didn't concede, and he's just whittling away at Pink Roy to the west.
El panda!
Dominic's only left with 1v3. It's going to be impossible at this point.
Exactly. We saw Pink Roy being humble about his speed earlier, saying he's slow. He's not slow at all. He was slower than Raxas because Raxas is incredibly fast, and the fact that his Escher outsped Pink Roy's segment was the game changer. The Antares tried to tried really hard, but he tried in vain because those procs were not enough to make a comeback. And Raxas just kept on doing the damage. Escher doing some really nice damage with skill 3 to take out a couple of units each time and wrapped up the win. Raxas in a really commanding position now on the edge of glory.
That is absolutely right, on the edge of glory. Yes, he is. Because if Raxas coming out this next set, that means
No,
him
man.
as her second Europe Cup finalist going through to Korea and to Seoul later on this year. And Pink Floyd, last year's winner, out. But I still
Si hay gordita
think
mejor.
this one. Anything's possible right now. Let's jump back in and see what Pink Floyd has in return against Raxas' last performance in the last round. Let's see how they pick a ban. It's back over to Bowser.
Here we go, match point for Raxas.
No.
It's 2-1, that's the 5. We've got the pre-bans coming in any moment now. We've got the more and the AK water right here getting pre-banned.
Well, they've both pre-banned the same unit, but this time they've not pre-banned the same version of the same unit because Raxas has pre-banned the Street Fighter version.
Leo se va a ir.
Yes, here we go.
Leo se va a ir.
Also, Raxas 2-1 over Pinky. Will Raxas draft up as the first unit? Because whatever he takes, Pinky will take the opposite.
Well, he has to take the Oliver, doesn't he? He has to. But does he?
No, no le hizo nada.
But last time it didn't quite work out. Maybe he makes it up. Maybe he'll take a mashup, maybe he'll take a Shizuka.
No, Leo, no.
2 seconds to decide for Raxas. What will it be? Locks in the Oliver. Pink Roy taking the chunk pun this time around. Chunk pun and Praha lock in for Pink Roy.
Wow, Pink Floyd mixing things up there, leading to 2 units that Raxas really likes to draft. I mean, Pink Floyd likes to draft those units himself as well, but at the same time, this is going to mean that Raxas has to come up with some other strippers to follow up before Oliver, because 3 of his favourite strippers have been taken away from the field.
Raxas going with that another speedy tablet and Pink Floyd's third unit and has locked it in. Pink Roy Flash and Antares one more time. Both players having a laugh with each other in that camera booth.
Really nice to see 2 really close friends just having some fun. Antares being a very fun unit and
No mames.
Pink Floyd decides he wants the first turn here.
Con razón
Yes,
estaba.
very late first turn, deciding later on with the Tomaway for the third unit and Escher for the fourth unit.
I'm really interested to see how this Tomaway performs if she gets left through. She is a strong unit, but at the same time
Con razón estaba tan seguro que me iba a ganar.
Dominic or Oliver, I would say she's gonna, if she's in despair, she's gonna need to get
Se fue la bestia. Que- No mames.
By the execution, here we go. Raxas picking up 2 very strong unit balls and
De oro 1 y 1.5 al en vivo, pero pues una última batalla y ya nos vamos.
Shizuka, and he always changes his mind. No, he's locked it in. Shizuka has been locked in bans, that we can see.
Well, if Raxas wants the first turn, he's going to have to ban out that Escher because then he's definitely getting the first turn, no matter what Pink Floyd bans. Pink Floyd is really, really tough. There's so many units worth banning. Oliver is a decent ban, the Masher is a decent ban, the Dominic might be the most decent ban, and there's Tableau as well. Honestly, I can't decide. Maybe the... Oh, no.
If I was deciding I'll ban out all the 5 units on Raxas' side.
Yeah.
We've got the Escher ban and the Oliver ban. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
Pura velocidad. Y eso es lo que yo no tengo. Lo malo de ser free to play. Que no tengo nada. Equipo de velocidad. Me tengo que defender con todo lo que tengo. Vamos a quitar el río porque el río está en peligroso. Vamos a poner
needs to land these strips.
Oh, Praha with the predicted future, stripping 3 out of 4 units. Champang with the serious battle falls up. Oh, Tomaway stripping that Masha immunity. Shizuka has the chance for all things in nature. Opts in with skill 1. Tomaway skill 3, pushing that. So the karma onto all the other units.
Yeah, and the skill 1, of course, it strips and stuns. A nice strip.
No.
Tomaway actually a really solid.
No mames.
Strip on both skill 1 and skill 2 to count this the turn cycle, and actually Tomaway synergizes really nicely with Shizuka as well to give the enemy a lot more debuffs.
So there we go, plenty of debuffs on Raxas' side. Pink Royd sitting pretty comfortable right now with all those buffs. Tomaway, additional turn, goes on to the Masha, gets the stun with the skill 1. Praha goes with the daydream for the heal and the sleep on Raxus's side.
Indeed, Pink Floyd is looking in a really,
No.
really good position. Praxis is going to need to get really lucky or maybe get
¿Cuánto
more
tienen de
combinations to run out cooldown. But
tasa
that is really
crítica, daño
difficult with the
crítico a la vez
control
que
that Tomoe and Shizuka and of course the Changpang provide? Pink Floyd looks like he may well take this match to a decider and it's going to be really, really exciting.
Changpang serious better taking out that tableau, putting Dominic Miles very on low health.
no me rendiré, no me rendiré, no me rendiré.
Crazy turns like from this come away on Violent. Praha taking out that Masha, not looking too good on Raxas. Pink Floyd with a comeback.
Uno le tengo que matar, ¿no?
Indeed, Raxas had Oliver lead. He had 2 units that moved before the rest of Pink Floyd's team.
Uno, por favor, uno le tengo que matar.
And was able to make that comeback with the Praha.
Ya con eso me conformo, ya.
Absolutely unbelievable scenes. You said that many times today. That is exactly what you saw there because even though
Bueno, mi gente, aquí la vamos a dejar. Esto fue pues las batallas de arena y les enseñé un poco de el nuevo juego de cartas. Ya saben, suscríbanse, denle like y se lo voy a agradecer mucho para seguir avanzando y creciendo este canal, para traerles mejor contenido y nos vemos hasta la próxima. Bye.